Look at this thumbnail. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Yay. Your teeth are so nice.
Thank you.
What's that like? You've never had any cavities.
Thank God. It's great.
You have no idea what that feels like for them to put that needle on the inside of your mouth, numb you, and then start drilling, scoop stuff out, and fill it up with something else. You have no idea what that's like.
Nope. You also don't know what it's like to...
Are you deflecting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to find a good one.
Okay. Is it going to be a roast or a compliment? Because you not having cavities is a good thing.
You don't know what it's like to walk into a room and not be one of the most attractive people there.
I don't know what it's like to not be. Okay.
You don't know what it's like.
2 negatives equal positive. Okay, positive. Thank you.
Yeah. You don't know what it's like to be in a room and not be one of the most attractive people there.
Thank you, baby. That was sweet. Kisses without the lip gloss. Mwah. How you doing, sexy?
I'm all right. You know, I'm doing a little bit better. How are you?
Was there a time when you weren't doing better? What did I miss? What's going on?
Tanjareen.
You okay, baby?
I'm all right.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate our marriage today?
Why would you ask a question about us?
Because it's a marriage podcast.
Okay.
Scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate our marriage today?
Today,
right now.
As of right now.
Wednesday, June 4th. Shout out to my sister. Today's her birthday.
I'll give you an 8.
An 8?
I'll give you an 8.
8 is my favorite number because it's very curvaceous and symmetrical. Is there something I could do to make it a 10?
No. It's like, no, you can't do anything.
So I just got to sit in this 8.
Yes. I mean, the 8, I gave you bonus points being an 8.
Oh, you didn't want to give me an 8?
No, I don't want to give
really
you an 8.
a 6?
No.
What am I really? What's your true thoughts?
Gosh. It's like, you ever... when you're in a relationship and you get over something that has nothing to do with you, but it has everything to do with me, that's what I'm climbing out of.
Okay. And before that, I get an 8.
No, before that, you had like, when I woke up today, you were at like a 2. And then...
Did I do something to get into a 2?
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't.
You haven't presently done anything.
Okay.
That I know. But that...
I know, under your breath.
You know.
Let's see. He needs an old-fashioned and a nap. Pause.
An old-fashioned. Oh,
that's like a beer? Liquor. He doesn't drink, Guy Trip. 8 is infinite. It is, Lord Black. It is infinite. All right. Well, let's just start the show.
What would you rate?
10.
Really?
10.
That's nice.
I'm so happy with you.
Should I say that?
No, I'm being honest. I want you to say what you felt. I woke up at a 2.
Yeah. You know why I woke up at a 2? I had a
8.
dream. I had a dream. And when I had that dream, I woke up pissed.
I asked you if you had a dream about me, because that's usually what happens in the morning when you have an attitude. It's about a dream that I had nothing to do with. And you said, nah.
No, I did not say no. You said, do you want to talk about it?
I was about to say that part. You said, no, I don't want to talk about it.
Do not want to talk about it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
How's your day going? You had a birthday last week.
I did, but let's introduce the show. Let's do the thing.
Your makeup looks great.
Thank you.
You know what I realized about makeup? Okay. Makeup is an art. A lot of us men are not fans of makeup because the art of makeup has not been done properly by several people. I won't just put it on women, on several people. So when you see the art has been done well, you have to acknowledge it. So your art,
thank you,
was done well. You know what you're doing, and you don't look like a girl playing in makeup. How most people online do.
I appreciate that.
And TV.
I know he doesn't like, as most men don't like women in makeup, especially when you can tell that it's makeup. They don't mind if it looks natural and they can't tell it's makeup. But when he sees me in eyeshadow, he's like, ugh, you got on eyeshadow. But last episode, I said to him, this is for the camera.
Yeah, camera makes sense.
The lights flatten us because we're two-dimensionally showing ourselves. And the makeup for camera, it just brings out certain things.
You ever want to make women hate you? As a man, tell them what you don't like.
Oh my gosh, that's your favorite thing to do, though. He will DM somebody and be like, hey, baby girl, that lipstick ain't it. It's like, you're not even following me, CT. How did you know I had this lipstick on?
There's a friend of ours. She's always posting her friend. She's doing comedy in New York. and she's always posting her friend. And in every post, her makeup looks amazing. And her friend always has this loud, ridiculous looking lip color on. And it's like, it really takes away from her beauty. And I've told her that. I'm like, yo, your girl is beautiful, but that color, she's always doing these wild colors, it takes away. And she's like, I don't know what to tell her because I think, similar, but I'm like, you a girl, you can just tell her. But as a man, I can't.
Knowing that there's friends of mine that I can't tell because they're not close enough for me to tell. If they're close, then I'll be like, hey, that's not your color. But there's a friend of mine who is just an associate, and she looks like Michael Jackson every time she leaves the house.
Which one?
I can't tell you here.
Oh, no, I mean, not which friend, which Michael Jackson?
The one that doesn't match his skin tone. The one who got fair skinned.
Oh, got it.
And I'm like, man, I can't tell her because we're not that close. But one day I'm just going to say it because if we're not that close, what do I have to lose?
You know what people be waiting on to tell the truth like that? A disagreement that get heated.
And then yell it out.
And you be like, oh.
That's why you look like it's black or white music video, bitch.
Yeah, that's how I go.
Let me see. This one says, I hate when women draw angry eyebrows on. Guy Trip says, all right. We all agree with that.
I be stalling everybody out. I don't want to, yuck nobody's yum, so it is. But sometimes you look at people and you be like, that's just not the right look. You know what it be for as a lot of men, especially when I was single, I would meet girls one way. Like they would be, like, let's say, for example, you look like this when I meet you. And it's like, oh my God, everything is perfect. This is a beautiful, neutral, natural look. And then when we go to hang out, you got on black lipstick and dark eyeshadow. And it's like, hey, what's up? I didn't ask this person out. I asked the girl from earlier. And then you don't want to say, hey, can you look like this all the time? Because, I couldn't be single in today's environment because there are so many, what do they say? That's a red flag. He weird for liking what you like. There's no different than when a woman is like, I like a light-skinned guy, or they want a guy who's tall, or they want a guy who looks a certain way. We all be like, oh, okay.
Or a guy wants a light-skinned girl, or a girl who's short, or a girl with a really big butt. Same thing.
Well, that's normal.
All right. Let's welcome everybody to the show. This is episode 111 of the Marriage Go Round podcast with your real life married couple hosts, Tanjareen and CT.
I wasn't reaching for it.
I'm just making sure.
I can't have water if I need it?
Well, it seems that every intro you're drinking this big thing of water, so I just was trying to get one without it.
Oh,
but now that you brought that up. Take two. Welcome to the episode, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode number 111 of the Marriage Go Round podcast with your real life married couple hosts, comedians Tanjareen and CT. On this show, we talk about dating, marriage, and funny relationship memes from our own monogamish point of view. And this is one of the only shows I know about where you can get on camera with us and ask us a question about relationships or even give us some relationship advice. We want to hear from you. We're not perfect. We've only been married for 11 years, which ironically, this is episode 111. Love that. Let's see who was in here before we got here, and then we'll do our theme song that's pre-recorded for his convenience. Latasha Marie, used to be known as Latasha Luxury, says MGR with our favorite emojis, which is the tangerine emoji and the tangerine colored heart, the crown emoji and the blue colored heart. And we are monetized, so feel free to send a super chat, a super sticker, super thanks. If you're watching this after the live, you can also send a Cash App, Venmo, whatever. It just helps us to keep the show going. Jordan Taylor was here before we got here. He says, both Tanj and CT are more than just actors, but people who do the impossible and overcome harder challenges to prevail. And that's why their legacy continues to fight on. Hope you know, because we all do. Ooh, thank you, Jordan Taylor. Appreciate that. So Jordan Taylor says, I'm sorry, Guy Tripp says 3. Is that how you're rating your wife right now, sir? A 3? Is she in the room? Because she can fight. She's in the military. And she just passed, with flying colors, her physical training test.
And she's pregnant with your baby.
And she's pregnant.
She can't get no less than a 10 from my eyes.
I didn't even say that part, but they let us know on episode 110. They got on camera and let us know their good news for their anniversary. Because when we did our last episode, it was actually the day of our anniversary. And it was the day of Guy Tripp and Francis's anniversary. And they let us know they are expecting 2 of my favorite people. Hey, CT. Hey, Tanj. What's up, fam? Team CT all day. What's up, Isaac? They late. They thought we were late. Probably CT getting bonita up over there. That is funny. That is funny. Cobra Tay. I remember him. Remember Cobra Tay? The greatest.
Cobra Tay. Cobra Tay.
The greatest couple of all time. Tanjareen and CT. What's up, Cobra Tay? We miss you. Sweet. Sweets is never in the live.
What's up, Sweets?
Sweets is a fellow Gemini. She even posted my Onyx movie trailer on her page for me. Finally made it live. Thank you, Sweets, for being here. We in here. Green Ranger, Team CT all day. Hashtag Team Rain.
My God.
Tanjareen, we saw you doing your thing in Onyx. All right, let's catch you guys up after this theme song. You ready for the theme song? And then we'll tell you what we've been up to. Here's the theme song. We're only almost 11 minutes into the show, but hey. Are you ready for the theme song? Are you ready for the theme song? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Marriage go round.
Marriage go round. Tanjareen and CT.
Marriage go round.
Cause it's married things and things are rough. Married things and things are rough. The Real Relationship Podcast.
Blocka, blocka, blocka.
Pew, 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 pew. Boop, 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 boop. Pew, 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 pew. What's the matter, baby?
It gets longer every time you do it.
Pew, 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 pew. This is the remix. Pew, 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 pew. Braka, braka. Yeah. You're so amazing.
I'm a good co-host.
You're a great co-host. Yay! You look so happy to do the theme song with me each time, babe. So excited, so in love. Oh, gotta love that. Shout out to
Guy Trip.
Guy Trip sent us $25.
Send it to me as well.
So that's $50 total. You have sponsored this episode,
He's a
Guy
producer.
Trip. He is a producer, an executive producer, and the 4 because he put here. Because. Thank you, Guy Trip. These kisses are just for you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you for sowing seeds onto this Tanjareen and CT tree.
We should do that. We should, for every person that gives us a super chat from here on out, we should start the following episode with a list of their names and call them producers. Like producers and blah, 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 blah.
Also, our Patreon subscribers as well should be on that list.
Well, this isn't on Patreon.
But still, they're financially supporting us. But
Yeah, but here's
type
how I look at that.
Okay.
My Patreon subscribers are not your Patreon subscribers. And we don't do the show on Patreon. So it's like, for example, a separate entity that I have that are on my personal Patreon page, I will thank them in the joint that is specifically from that. Whereas like this, it makes sense if you say it out loud.
Okay, fine. You don't like my idea. Got it. So yes.
How did you take it like that?
Type it up for us and we can do it every week. So far, Guy Trip is on the list. Executive produced by. Type it. I can just click on it. I love it. What happened?
You are at a 6.
I lost my 8. I like your suggestion. Let's do it. His suggestions be stuff for me to do.
Criticism.
How was the criticism?
How was your week, Tanjareen? What did you do?
Well, we haven't been here in a couple of weeks because the first week after our anniversary, my baby was back on set working on a TV show that I just saw announced. The trailer is on one of the trade sites, and I believe the first episode is going to air July 10th. So are you going to tell people the name?
Yeah. So the show is called Electric Bloom.
Which is different from what it was when you were shooting it.
Right. So shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us for a long time that knows the previous name.
Right.
The show is called Electric Bloom. It is on Disney, and it is airing on July 10th. Yeah. That first episode of July 10th is going to be great.
Do you know which episode number you are in?
I'm in that first episode.
Yay! That episode is called The Pilot, and he shot it months ago. And they liked him, and they brought him back. So I'm excited about that. Proud wife, proud
and then
wife.
It airs in September on Disney Plus.
Excellent. And we got that, right? We got Disney Plus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Where does it air in July?
Disney, the TV channel.
Oh, okay. So you got the 2 options. Okay, great.
Yeah, I feel like by it airing on Disney Plus in September, maybe they're waiting for all the episodes to air. July, August. No, because there's more episodes than that.
It said in the article, like, what the breakdown was. Did you read it?
No.
Okay. I'll show it to you. But anyways, congratulations to my baby.
Appreciate
It's called Electric Bloom.
What you been up to? Oh, I'll tell you what you've been up to.
So then the week after that, we didn't do a show because it was my birthday. Just like we took off the week for his birthday, which he also happened to be filming his comedy special that week. Last week was my birthday, and I also happened to be throwing a big screening party for my new movie, Onyx, the sci-fi movie that came out on BET Plus. I don't know if I put a poster in here, but I threw the party, and
it was on the lot of CBS. She did a screening for the Onyx movie, had a Q&A, which I was very fortunate enough to moderate, where she was joined by another one of her cast members, the director, writer, and the producer.
Yes, at least 4 producers were there, and our makeup artist was there, and friends and family. And if you saw on my Instagram page, he showed up with 9 huge balloons, each for a letter of my name, and it made me cry. And I was in the middle of taking pictures in front of the backdrop, and I had to stop and gather myself and fix my eyes and fix my mascara because I was like, I'm not supposed to be crying. And there's a bunch of pictures of me actually crying next to Miles and Melissa because I could not hold it together. But you can see the balloons. They spell my name out right behind us. There's a bunch of my presents and flowers behind there. I've been getting so much love. But he really touched me, and he did a great job moderating the Q&A. If you haven't seen Onyx, please watch it on BET Plus. You can get the free trial and watch it real quick and then cancel it. Or watch me on the Michael Blackson Show on the same channel and watch some of the other great content.
Trying to touch you all week, but something was going on. Mother Nature seemed to have reared her head. Anyway, how's everything else going? What's new? Mother Nature up out of here?
Oh, because I said that you giving me the balloons touched me. You wanted to bring up that on the show?
I'm trying to get a touch, but you know.
Okay. Happy belated birthday from Guy Tripp. Outstanding job, Jordan Taylor says.
Fellas, we got to get that chick up out of here.
Where can I catch the stand-up special, CT? Jarrell Weeks wants to know.
I'm trying to catch a different kind of special than that, you understand?
OCT getting a Disney check now. Lexi Lex says, yes, yes, yes. Sweets is applauding. You gonna answer the question on where they can watch the special?
I'll know when it's first. We didn't even start editing yet. I will keep y'all posted.
All right, he'll keep you posted. Jordan Taylor says Tanja did a wonderful job playing her character in Onyx. Shout out to people who've seen the movie. Jordan Taylor watched it. Lexi Lex and Green Ranger watched it. Latasha Luxuries, Latasha Marie watched it. Thank you guys for watching it. Thank you for supporting us. We really, really appreciate you.
I went from loving to hating your character. No spoilers.
And thank you for your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's
watch the movie and join me in my hatred.
All right. I was looking at something online. I'm trying to think of something to talk about for relationships. And I was looking at, I think it was Baller Alert posted something about having a good date with somebody and then them not calling you again after that first date. So I want to talk about that first. The first question of the day is, fellas, when you ghost a chick after the first date, what are the reasons? What are the reasons that you wouldn't call her back if the dates seem to be going well? Ladies, you can answer this as well. Have you ever ghosted somebody after the first date? What went wrong? Because usually if you feel like you're feeling a good vibe, you feel like you guys are going to call each other again. Have you ghosted somebody after the first date?
Have I ghosted somebody? No. There's one time I got ghosted, and it was shocking because she was older than me.
Okay. Does that mean she was desperate and shouldn't have ghosted you? What does that mean?
No, it means that she was older than me. So I was shocked that her communication wasn't better.
Okay.
Because she was older. And, you attribute age to wisdom, but that's not the case. Yeah. I'm like 23 and...
gave a thumbs down and we're not even doing thumbs down. It's listening.
I was 23 and I went to a coffee bean. They used to be my spot.
Yeah, you used to take girls there so you wouldn't have to spend no lobster and steak money on them.
Never had a problem. Coffee bean.
And he would get there before the girl and already have his coffee or his hot chocolate in his hand and then sit down and wait for them. I'm like, woo! He's not spending a dime on these women.
Do you want anything? No, or I would get there after them and they would be like, do you want something? Because I had great picking in women. Anyway.
You would say yes and get something off their dime?
No, I would always get a cup of water. That was my thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I would always get a cup of ice water.
All right.
So I'm sitting with this woman. I was 22. I was 23. She had to be like 30, early 30s or something like that around the time. And we sitting there, we're talking, we're having a great conversation, great time. And then we leave. I walk her to her car. We hug the whole 9. And she never responds to a message again, right? And I was like, that's really weird. Like, I'm thinking something happened to her. So I think maybe a year later, like I run into her at a comedy show, right? Mm-hmm. And afterwards I was like, yo, what's up? What happened? And she was like, oh, I just, I don't know, I just didn't feel the vibe. I'm like, that's cool, but like, I thought something happened to you.
You were worried about her.
I was like worried about you. What's like, what would have prompted you to not respond to something?
Right.
Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, I just didn't think that we were a good match. And I was like, again, cool, but communicate. Can anybody read your mind? And in that moment while I was talking to her, I'm like, why do I feel like I'm the adult and she's the child?
And she's older.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So that was a ghosting overall. A lot of people don't get that closure. And it was just so annoying. Because here's the thing. We always have this conversation about what the internet tells you. And they say, a man that goes back and forth with a woman is this and that. And I'm like, hey, man, let me tell you something. I got sisters. That's all I went back and forth with. I'm only going talking back and forth to a woman. I'm not about to do it to a man. Men fight, or we just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Women, we have conversations with men. So it's like men have conversations with women. So it's like when we as men talk to y'all, we having a conversation where it's not a back and forth. If you say, here are my thoughts, I listen to your thoughts, now I listen to my thoughts.
Right.
It's supposed to be like, you say something, I'm supposed to just be like, I'm a man, I gotta be quiet.
That's stupid. Ridiculous. That is ridiculous. All right, let me see the answers in the questions in the chat. Green Ranger says, bad manners is why people get ghosted or ghost people after the first time and it was a good date. Jarrell Week says, I left a girl at the mall after some dude answered her phone and she made it clear that there would be no sex.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Some dude answered her phone. So you were at the mall and she was with you, and where is the dude? He answered her phone. I don't understand that part. Do you?
Maybe, maybe it's two separate situations. Maybe he called her, dude answered her phone, and then while they're at the mall, she made it clear that there was going to be no sex. I have not ghosted a girl. However, I have told a woman straight up, yeah, this is not going to go nowhere. I've friend zoned a chick in the middle of us kicking it, like talking.
Were you already physically involved with her?
No. Oh, I'll give you one of those. I remember one time I was living in West Hollywood at this time. A young lady came over the crib. She got naked, and I was like, nah. But I wasn't rude about it. I was just like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. And
CT.
Let me tell you something. I've done that maybe 3 times in my life. And
CT.
And each time that happened, respect to these queens, they've all been like shocked, because in a woman's mind, as soon as she get naked, hey, we here, what's cracking?
Right, it's too late to back down now.
And that's a double standard. Because if a man does that, it's like, hey, she can change her mind in the last second if she can. But as a man, apparently I wasn't allowed to change my mind. And it's just the chemistry wasn't there with that specific young lady. Then the second one, I felt like it would have been a good matchup. And then a third one, I couldn't get excited.
So are you saying that their body looked better in clothes than out of clothes?
No. The third one, yes. The second one, I just didn't feel that animalistic energy to go forward. The first one, you know what it was? It was a combination of her playing hard to get for so long and her finally getting there.
It wasn't even worth it. You're like,
and I was like, I don't even want this anymore. Like, you should have done this when I wanted to do this.
You are so... Hold on a second. I don't want to call you petty.
I'm self-aware. I know what I want.
You are self-aware.
When I want it. If you remember you were a kid and you're like, oh, Ma, I want a slice of apple pie. And then she's like, after you eat, you're like, I'm not going to want it then. You're going to want it even more. And then you eat the food, and then she's like, here go your pie. And you're like, I don't want it.
I don't want it. I told you that.
I've always been that person. I know what I want when I want it.
And that's why in this relationship, like I told you guys in previous relationships, I mean, like I've told you guys in previous episodes, growing up, I would see my mom drag my dad to events that he really didn't want to go to and have him like fussing and cussing in the back, walking behind her, just saying, I didn't want to go.
Most women do that to people.
Right. I know that he would be miserable at certain events. Some things I can talk him into and he'll end up having a good time, but there are some things that I know are just not in his wheelhouse and he doesn't want to do it. And I won't put him through that because I won't be like, you're going to love it. And then when he get there, he has an attitude which is going to make me uncomfortable because like he said, he's a Taurus too. So he's pretty stubborn. So if he says he's not going to like it, then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to let you stay home. I don't even want to put you through that.
Are you ready? I'm glad that you feel that way. And I thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
There was one event. Remember we went to that reading in Culver City?
Oh, yes. That was a script reading for this producer. Did we think it was gonna be bad though?
We didn't think it was gonna be what it was gonna be. And I'll tell you what, I didn't want to go. And to this day, that is one thing out of the million things we've been to and went to that still stands in my mind. I still see that scene for scene.
It was terrible.
And it angers me every time I rethink about it. I will not do something I do not want to do just to appease somebody. But in the same breath, I know me for you. So there are things that I'll go to that I don't even bother you with because I know the energy I'm going to have towards you if you're not moving as fast as I need you to move.
Because you want me to be excited about it. If you can tell I'm not, you'll let me stay home.
No, that's not it. It's like if I go somewhere and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to look after her. She's gonna want to look at this menu and be like, oh, can I get this but without that? And can I get this to drink instead of that? I'm like, I'm not gonna want to deal with that in this specific environment. I'm not gonna be there all night, so she might as well not come. That's how I think.
Am I high maintenance?
We'll call it that.
No, I don't have to be. I don't have to be. I'm not.
You don't have to be high maintenance?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you want to call it something else?
I mean, I was just asking if that's what you were trying to say, but you weren't.
Yeah, it's not high maintenance.
Good.
It's just something else.
Good. All right. Guy Trip says, I was married and didn't want to get stuck in another. Just kidding, everyone. You know what? You are out of control, sir. What's up? How do you say this name? Esquake Mata.
Let me tell you what it's not. That. It's definitely not Esquake.
EXAUCE.
It looks like exhaust. Exhaust.
Hello, Mr. Mata. The last name is Mata.
Or Esau.
No, Esau. You think? Oh, like a French way to say it.
No, that's definitely African, but I don't know what
Esau.
Country in Africa.
Well, hello there. Thanks for watching. This one is from Essels. Essels, your comment made it into the beginning of the clip that I posted yesterday from Marriage Go Round, episode 104. Essels says, when they say men shouldn't go back and forth, I think they mean in the context of pettiness. Oh, well.
That's not how they all use it, and I'm very petty. But yeah. I've gotten a lot more mature with how I handle petty things. Like, I used to just be, like, immediate with the petty. Now, I kind of pick my play.
I'm proud of you, baby. That's growth.
Nice.
Sweet says, dude made a fuss about me ordering shrimp at a restaurant, said because they're bottom feeders, but told me pork was okay.
Hilarious. So they're both bottom feeders.
Exactly. So did you ghost him or did he ghost you, Sweets? Because I don't know how that ended. Let me see.
let me tell you how good I am at not ghosting women. Not only have I not ghosted women, it's taken everything for me to end the relationships that I was in.
Yeah, I think there's about 6 girls who think that this is still his boyfriend. they're still together. You don't break up with people. But is that considered, I don't feel like that's a healthy.
Oh, it's not healthy at all. But I don't like hurting people's feelings.
That's what it is.
I've never liked hurting anybody's feelings, which is interesting because the women that I've met have had no problem hurting mine. That's
the thing though. Men don't break up. I mean, if you think about it, and I learned this fact actually from Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb told me this about 15 years ago, and I thought about it, and I was like, he's absolutely right. Men will stay in any kind of relationship. They're not the ones usually to break up. It's the woman who's like,
I've had enough.
I can't do this.
I'm done.
I need to know my worth, queen.
I deserve my happy.
But men will just stay in a miserable relationship, have girls on the side, do whatever they got to do, but they're not breaking up. Tell me, is that true or false? True or false, y'all? Do men ever leave the woman? Tanjareen, have you ghosted anyone?
Of course she has.
Broken up with people a lot, but ghosting, as in I don't even tell them why, and I don't answer their call if they call me, like.
You're pretty good at communication, though. I think every time someone's angered you, you'll at least pick up the phone and tell them what they did or what the reason behind it was.
I will. I don't think I've ghosted anybody.
The one time you kind of, I won't say ghosted, but ignored me long enough is the night I stalked you. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, she's not picking up the phone. Something must be wrong. Let me go to her house.
I was fine, guys. I was fine.
Should have just texted, I'm fine. You could have saved me a trip.
And if you hadn't showed up, we wouldn't be married now. So
that's true. I also wouldn't have got questioned by the police that night. He was like, yeah, people in the neighborhood are reporting. I'm like, anybody in the neighborhood called you, bro. Come on, man.
That's hilarious. Read those last two. I got to fix something.
Sweet says, I ghosted him after I got dropped off, needed the ride home. I was only 19. Woo! Jordan.
She used them.
Joe Tay says, everyone deserves happiness, and that's the absolute truth. That's the gospel truth. I can't wait until the Hercules movie come out. The live action, I'm going to be singing so many songs. I can go the distance to feel where I belong. Boom, boom, boom. Bless my soul, Huck is on the road.
Something is wrong.
He's the nicest guy, not conceited. He was a no one, 0-0. Now he's a hero.
Okay, I'm back, baby.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. I thought she would talk about relationships or something.
Hercules was in a relationship.
Okay. We gotta rewatch number 1 before we see 2.
I want to, but you know, you're busy. Oh, gallivanting all side of town. You're going to feed the less fortunate. You're donating clothes. You got errands to run. You're working out with Latasha in the morning. I don't even see you when I wake up. I got to come out the room, go around to the other side of the house to say what's up, you know?
I actually haven't worked out with Latasha in almost a month.
Oh, okay. Well, who was you working out with this morning then?
Me. I was in there by myself.
Latasha, you left her hanging?
She left me. She gets up at 4 a.m. my time now and works out before I'm up at 7 a.m. her time.
Because that weight off. When that weight off.
Yeah, she a brand new bee now.
You ain't got no time for nobody else. This weight off. I don't need you. Take care. Bye.
She works out every single day. She's eating right. She sends me her food journal every week to show me what she's been eating. She's making amazing progress. I'm very, very proud of her.
Good for you, Latasha.
So yeah, I worked out by myself today. CT's always got the best voice.
That's Joe Tay.
We were in Philly. He asked me to go. That's sweet. Napalm Hyru, what up?
Yeah.
What he said?
I got more yesterdays than tomorrow. So as soon as I see red flags, I'm out like Trey in Doughboy's backseat.
That's funny. That's very funny.
I got more yesterdays than tomorrows.
I like that.
Ooh.
I like that, Napalm.
That's a bar. I got more tomorrows than I do yesterdays, but I like where you going with it.
Hey, maybe he's not gonna be here for a long time.
I see myself to about 90.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna work on your eating habits thing because I need you around till 90.
There are dudes that ate steak every single day that live to like 80 something.
You don't eat steak every day, baby.
Exactly.
You eat worse than that.
I do not eat worse than steak. Name 3 things.
Fried foods.
That's worse than steak?
Yes.
The fade is out?
Pizza. You can't eat pizza and fried French fries and chicken wings and sodas for every meal every day.
I don't eat it every day.
Okay, can I tell them show them the face you made when I walked in on you yesterday morning. Yesterday morning I came downstairs and went into the man cave.
Wait. Before you start, let me preface this by saying, the day before yesterday, we had, what did we have to eat?
I don't know. You want to preface it? Tell us what we had to eat.
So anyway, I had leftovers.
Oh, Cheesecake Factory.
That was last night.
Okay. We ordered from somebody?
That's what I'm saying. It was something else.
I don't know.
We had leftovers. I had leftovers from Monday.
Okay.
And I was like, I had patties. Patties
I didn't have it. It was on you.
Right. Patties is like a diner. It was like a tuna melt with fries and like a couple of wings.
And huge slices of cake. And you had a slice of cake.
Yeah, I had a slice of cake on Monday, not yesterday. So yesterday I wanted to finish my half of sandwich. And I was like, you know what? I'll just have a couple of Oreos. But it was my first meal of the day. Like I didn't have breakfast. I didn't have a smoothie or nothing. And I'm eating. And usually when Tanjareen comes downstairs, there's a sound that goes off in the house that I can know that she's coming downstairs. And I looked up and she was at the door and I had an Oreo in my mouth and I was like.
First of all, you had a whole sleeve of Oreos next to you. And I saw inside the to-go box, you also had chocolate peanut butter cups. There was a wrapper of that in there. Don't make this face like you don't know that I'm saying this. Like this is new to you. And I already told you were snoring the night before because you probably had the dairy in the cake and the dairy in the tuna melt and you had wings. So it was already a bad decision. So to wake up and start the day with that and then have a sleeve of Oreos next to it, why are you making these faces?
I'm listening.
So I walk in the door, I open the door and he was like, he looked so caught. And all we both could do was laugh hard as hell. Because it was like, he was like, man. So I guess he would have hidden The Oreos, had he heard me come down the stairs? That's what you usually do?
Yeah.
I didn't realize we were at the point where you needed to hide food from me.
I mean, look how you talk to me online. Who wouldn't I? You think I'm about to tell the truth when I'm being talked to like this in front of the world?
I want this scolding to make you not make that choice.
That's not gonna happen.
How did the Oreos get in the house?
Oh, I bought them. I bought them when I was in Tampa. I was in the hotel, and you know when you go to the lobby to get like snacks for the weekend, I was like, oh man, I'm not about to just leave these here. I bought them. I might as well, eat.
And they're overpriced because they're in a hotel, right?
Exactly. But mind you, the term sleeve sounds crazy. I almost want to grab them so y'all can see what they look like. Because when you hear a sleeve, you're thinking like that, where my hand is off the screen. The cookies are literally, that's the sleeve. So,
it wasn't, no.
Yeah.
A little wider.
No.
A little wider.
Literally.
Go back to where it was.
No, that's not a sleeve. You're thinking of how long the box was. The sleeve is that big.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, now that I know you hide food from me when you hear me come down the stairs, I'm about to sneak up on you more often.
You know what's going to happen?
What's going to happen?
I'm now about to throw you under the bus for the foods that you eat at night. You be eating hella snacks in the bed.
I do.
Hella crumbs in the bed like you're 400 pounds.
I do.
You also be you have this jelly obsession. We'll buy a brand new jar of jelly.
I go through a lot of jelly.
You go through a lot of the snacks, but I never said it on camera. And here you are making me look
you
like...
You said it on camera before that I eat in the bed.
I said eat in the bed.
Big girl.
But what you be doing, other stuff, big girl, you sneak food. I don't even watch you eat.
I don't sneak it.
When I'm with you, you be eating little light snacks. I'm gonna have a little salad. I'm gonna have some lentils.
I eat small portions throughout the day.
When you're not around me and I come home and I look in the trash, all I see is finished meals.
That's the last time I had the portion. But I eat little portions and then I'll finish a meal at the end of the day. But yes, I do have this habit of wanting to eat when I get in the bed. And I do leave crumbs.
It don't bother me because it's not on my side. But as soon as something bites you, I don't want to hear nothing.
What's going to bite me?
A bug, because you got crumbs in the bed.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Napalm says CT was covered up like he got caught having alone time?
That's literally how it was.
That is
and I was in the middle of a bite. That's what was even, I was like.
That's the pettiness mentioned earlier. Sweets is laughing at you. That is exactly what that
I'm telling you, because she's out of control for saying that online. That's going to end up being a clip, and now I look bad talking about a sleeve. I can see the comments now.
I won't make that a clip. Okay, I will. Latasha says, I wake up at 7 a.m., pray, then read scriptures, and then get myself ready to work out at 8 a.m. Stop showing off.
As soon as she start getting smacked out, that's what I bet you the routine gonna change. Girl, I lost enough weight. I ain't gotta impress nobody.
Oh, Tanjareen, if you let me know your availability, I'll wait for you. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, excellent. All right, let me read a couple minutes from Six Brown Chicks. We'll take the callers that are in the green room waiting. If you would like to be on today's episode on camera, click the link in the description below, beside, or above, I don't know, the video that's on YouTube and Facebook. I still put it on Facebook, even though it's going to be deleted from Facebook in 30 days. I still put it there for y'all to see it. And I think there are a couple people that are watching on Facebook. Let me see. Is there anybody? Yes, this person is on Facebook. What's up? What's up? Mata is on Facebook. How we say that. And so is Terrell Brown. What up, Terrell Brown?
How do you pronounce your name? Exhaust?
Yes, spell it out for us and tell us what country you're in. Tanjareen ain't right for putting him out there like that.
Man.
Oh, but he can talk about my time of the month on camera for no apparent reason.
Oh, that offended you? I was talking about trying to get that box.
I never even mentioned that stuff to you. I don't like that topic.
Oh.
So I was raised by dudes. And it's cringe to me. You know that about me.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. I accept your apology. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. It's a little different now for Tanj. That's hilarious, Napalm.
Yeah, trying to get in the box.
All right, baby.
Somebody's busy. Everybody's busy.
I'm right here, babe. I'm right here. Pick a number between 1 and 5.
Box. 2.
2. Okay, this comes from Six Brown Chicks on Instagram, an account that lets you send anonymous questions about relationships so that others can judge you. All right. Number 2 question for this week is I was scrolling on Instagram when I saw a muscular black man grilling a steak on a private beach. He's a celebrity trainer / fitness model. I followed him. An hour later, he followed me back and messaged me. He asked about my fitness goals. I want to lose weight, in parentheses it says, and my location, Baltimore. He said he was meeting up with a client in NYC and we should link up. We exchanged numbers and we FaceTimed 3 times. The last time he asked if I wanted him to train me. I told him I couldn't afford him. Just say yes. Consent is all the money you need. Consent was capitalized. End quote.
Such an interesting quote. I mean, such an interesting choice of words. Keep going.
Consent is all the money you need. He flew me to NYC and we had lunch at his hotel. He's flawless in person.
All right.
And he was way out of my league. Him. Do you know what I really do? Me. You transform people's bodies. Him. That's a front. My OnlyFans pays my bills.
Okay.
He meets random, average women like me, takes them on dates, sleeps with them for his OnlyFans page like we did, and then he moves.
she buried the lead on that one.
And then he moves on to a different city. I wore a mask in our lovemaking session.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't care that his OnlyFans members saw me. I know he was performing, but it was the best smash I've ever had. Ever, capital letters. I'm slipping and sliding off the chair writing this. Wet emoji. The second time, I slipped off his condom because I wanted to feel him.
Oh, wow.
He was very angry I did that, and he put me out of his room. My problem is that I want to see him again. But the number I have doesn't work anymore.
Oh.
And he blocked me from his page.
Oh, baby girl.
I don't want to crash out over, that's crash. I don't want to crash out over a smash worker, but this rejection hurts. Advice? Wow, she did it to him twice. She got flued out. She got flew to NYC, thought she was going to get some training, thought she couldn't afford him. He says consent is all the payment I need. And now you know why.
Because he is a call girl.
Because he is a call girl. But she didn't get paid she didn't get a portion of the money he's getting from his page.
No.
She was just doing
service
porn for free.
Yeah, with a mask on. Hope she ain't got no noticeable tattoos.
But then again, does she not? Maybe she doesn't deserve any money because she thought she was gonna have to pay for a workout, and she didn't have to pay for a workout, but she did get some cardio.
But she got worked out. What do you guys think her advice is? Let me see. Latasha says, honey, self-love is what you need. Touche. Facts.
Sweet says, what? Lexi Lex says, what kind of training is he talking about, LMAO? He be putting in work behind the scenes. Exactly. See, Tanjareen, that was a genuine apology. LOL CT wanting the cookie had him not in his right mind. That's true. That's true.
I'm trying to get them out. Here's the thing. I'll say.
What's up, Devontae? Devontae hasn't been in here all episode. Peekaboo, Tanjareen, give me a big hug. Here you go, Devontae. Thank you for watching the show.
I think that
I respect him for putting her out. Green Ranger, why?
Because she's messing with his money and his health. Beyond that, though.
Because she pulled off the rug.
She don't even know this dude. But I'll fast forward. How funny is it that he said I'd link up with average women?
That's
because he's above average, and that's what attracted her.
She said he's out of my league.
He's out of her league.
She was so excited. Let me see. Lexi Lex says, girl, she's got to get her self-respect up. Taking the condom off of a worker like that is insane. It really is. But she wanted to feel him, Lexi Lex. He's probably all kind of fine to her. Best smash she ever had.
City to city said that's a front.
Guy Tripp says she was on some trapper ninja, trying to make him be sprung on her.
Exactly.
Pick another number and then we'll go to the people in the green room. Number 4. This is also from.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Good job, baby. This is also from 6 Brown Chicks on Instagram, a page that lets you send in your questions about relationships anonymously. Number 4 says, I met another woman on my birthday. My girlfriend did nothing wrong. We've been together 4 years, but nothing compels me to fake things any further. Ooh, the new woman is a breath of fresh air. She's bouncing through life without a care in the world. She's warm and funny. We went to an amusement park and she took her wig off and put it in her purse before we got on a ride. And she's creative. She was fired from her job 2 years ago, but now she makes a living creating memorial teas and casket wraps.
Here we go.
The smash was top tier.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to dump my girlfriend. My girlfriend's nephew died and I dumped her via text while she was at her nephew's funeral.
Oh.
I texted the new woman. I told her I want us to be exclusive. Her. Nah, I'm dating other people. Me. After we connected, I'm all you need. Tongue emoji. Her. The connection, in quotes, was mid. Ooh, but you're cool. I'm exploring my options. He says, I'm sick. She never gave me the impression that she was dating other men. How do I convince her that I'm the one? And in the interim, how do I make up with my ex-girlfriend? I miss her too.
Oh, you played yourself.
Kind of. Help. First of all, I thought since you was talking about a funeral, you was going to say that the new girl could casket wrap the nephew's casket. And
that's
that way,
too messy.
I mean, it's messy enough to dump somebody over text. But to do it while they're mourning a relative.
And he wasn't even at the funeral.
And he wasn't even at the funeral.
That's what's
crazy.
The
least he could do is send her a free casket wrap.
The least he could have been is at the funeral with her for her nephew.
People are shady and want advice.
Here's the thing, man. Number one, who quits a job before you have
I was literally going to say, don't quit a job before you get your next job. I was literally going to say that.
Number two, the fact that you didn't ask this girl, hey, do you want to be my girl, or do you see this going somewhere before you ended your relationship? It's crazy. Two, the new person is always these things. The new girl is always fun. The new guy is always exciting. Yes, all of that stuff. Yes. This is always going to be what it is. Yes. Okay? No sympathy for you, man. You played yourself.
You played yourself.
With a quarter in your ass.
And he's not somebody who ends things well, because he should have ended it with the ex anyway, because he didn't like her. And he was bored with her, and he should have went.
But the audacity of doing it when her nephew died at the funeral via text.
And how much would it have hurt? How much did it hurt for him to ask this girl to be his, and she say, our sex was mid?
Oh, that's the worst.
I can't imagine, because guys think they be putting in work. They think that I blew her back out. I did this, I did that. And she's like, I've had better. And in fact, I go back between you and these 3 other guys. So,
oh my God.
But thanks.
Everybody is going to the hospital.
The hospital got to be notified.
They got to be notified. The way that I'm crashing out mentally,
What would make you crash out? If a girl told you that you were mid, or if a girl told you, I'm seeing other people? Or both?
All of the above. I am not fit for today's society. God knew what he was doing.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Latasha says, the karma. Rick James voice. Cold blooded. From Napalm Hyru. Jordan Taylor says, take off the wig must have been too much. I think he liked that she took her wig off. It showed that she was carefree, wasn't embarrassed. Green Ranger says, stick a quarter in you. You played yourself.
The carefree is exactly why she told him, you cool, but it was mid. Ooh.
Because she's out
here.
She
don't care. She's dating other people.
Yes. Mid pipe game is crazy too. Exactly, Lexi Lex. That's embarrassing. Devontae says, you can handle that truth.
If I'm not the greatest of all time, we're not doing it.
I love that. All right, let's get some people that were in the green room patiently waiting. Click one, baby.
Oh, crashing.
You see crashing on the story that ain't even us. You okay? First of all, if somebody's crashing, I don't think they know it enough to say they're crashing. You're like literally like, I'm crashing.
All right.
We have a bipolar friend who never knows when he's actually in the what's it called? When you bipolar? When he's having a spell, what's the spell
called? Episode?
An episode. He never knows until he's out of the episode. You're like, I'm crashing. Welcome to the show. He's muted. It's Cobra Tay. Cobra Tay. Cobra Tay. What's up, Cobra Tay? How are you?
What's going on, y'all? I've been extremely busy. I missed y'all a lot. So, hey, bro.
Man, what's cracking?
We missed you.
Yeah. Happy belated birthday, Tanj, and happy belated anniversary. So, I know y'all like the belated CT, but I gotta give.
I appreciate the thought nonetheless. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Been extremely busy. We just had the WNBA down here. We getting them back in September, so nice. I've been busy. And now we got the Wu-Tang Clan down there too. So
I heard they ain't nothing to mess with.
Hey,
ain't nothing to mess with.
So can you just let the people who are just tuning in and don't know who you are, tell them your name, where you're located, and where you work, so they understand why you're talking about those performances and players?
Well, my name is Tay. Y'all know me as Cobra Tay. People don't know I'm 6'5", do CrossFit, practice a whole bunch of stuff. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I do work at CFG Bank Arena here in Baltimore, Maryland. That's why I'm talking about all these performances. I do set up for these events that come here. So, in case of anybody wondering, Noah, can I get you tickets? But if you did want to come, I can work something out. I got a couple pool down there. I got a couple plugs down there. So
Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right.
What's the question for us, my guy?
um, first thing is the scenario for the six brown chicks. I'm really disappointed in that first one. Why the chick had to be from Baltimore though? I don't know why. Why
She was from Baltimore.
But that sounds like something a Baltimore chick would do. So from just for today,
Cobra Tay. Who was wrong in that scenario? The girl from Baltimore who just thought this guy was attractive and slept with him, or the guy who made her think he was a trainer, but he was actually a smash worker and he smashed her on camera for money? Who's wrong in this scenario?
Who's wrong? They both wrong, in my opinion. He tricking
They're
her.
not wrong.
Hey, look, I'm a fitness trainer. I do this, I do that. Yeah, just tell her you do OnlyFans. She probably would have went out there anyway. But she
That's
thinking
true.
she's going to work out. She got to work out. But she wrong for that condom. She wrong for that.
I heard she got 2 sets.
Hey, she did get 2 sets. Any other comments about the one?
The second scenario, the one scenario about the guy breaking up with a girl with her at the funeral. That's another kind of petty. And frankly, for me, in my opinion, he needs ass whipped for that one. Cause I'm like, wow.
You don't even talk like that.
No, I'm just saying, like, you break up with her. Of course, she dating other people. Who care about that? You need your ass whipped because you trying to break up with her at her nephew's funeral. That's another little petty. We don't do that right here.
That's terrible. You're right. How are you
you
doing in the relationship area, sir?
I'm on a relationship break. I'm single forever for right now. So I'm taking a break. I'm focusing on me, upgrading myself. I got my provisional license. So the next thing is getting the car, then the house, and everything else that comes with that. So I'm upgrading me.
All right.
I'm glad you're working hard, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. My question is to y'all is how does it feel to be so darn successful, knowing that your hard work is paid off, and knowing that the people like me really appreciate what you're doing, and can't wait to see what's next?
It's humbling for that part, but at the same time, I'm always in a mindset of keep moving. What's next? How can I make something better or be better? So I can't even focus on the moments, to be honest.
I thank you for your question. It's very sweet of you to think that. We have a long way to go in our careers, but we are very grateful for where we have gotten so far. One of the reasons that I threw the screening party for my movie last Thursday is because I want to remind myself to be grateful for every step along my journey and to just honor where I've made it to so far. So I was like, you know what? I don't just want this movie to just come out quietly. I want to make sure that I show my friends and invite the producers and directors and celebrate them for booking me and trusting me, and just remember that, every step along this journey is important. So thank you for that.
Screening for the other one.
Oh, for Hands, which comes out in January, I'm definitely doing this. I told the producers that too. I'm like, I'm already planning what it's going to be for Hands because I got more time to think about it and I know the spot. But yeah, I just want to celebrate every little thing, and all the little things will equal something bigger later. But thank you for that question.
My man.
ACT.
Oh, what? Yep.
We gotta get you on the Power Ranger episode, man. A Power Ranger series, man.
Interestingly, just pay attention to the YouTube. I'll just say that. But yeah, thank you, man, and always a pleasure, my boy.
Peace.
So, Bertay, are you 33?
Yes, ma'am.
Devontae was asking. All right. See you later, Cobra Tay. Bye.
Peace
We
out,
love
y'all.
you.
My man.
He's 33, Devontae.
Why is Devontae asking his age?
I don't know. I don't know. Latasha says upgrading to upgrade himself. Applause. Thank you, Latasha. She's upgrading
Devontae to
herself
switch people.
now he like
He
Overtake.
like, yeah. What up, though? Domingo
Hey,
Trip.
Guy Trip,
Hello.
Yame Trip, also known as someone who's part of the family. What's it called
What?
on WWE?
The
Oh, the
bloodline?
The
bell
Bloodline.
ringers.
Yeah. Because he
Oh,
looks like them.
You also have lost weight. I see it in your face. And three,
Congratulations.
who is Domingo then? If we know every one of these names, who is Domingo?
uh, I mean, Domingo is just the nickname that just stuck with me after the military. When
Okay.
I got out, I mean, you called by your last name most of your career. So, just hearing your first name is kind of, you know, it- it's kind of racking after you've been called by something for so long. So, just kind of avoid that and just kind of keep myself distance from folks. Domingo was just put up as a nickname, and I just ran with it ever since.
I love it. Domingo Trip.
Excellent. So, Trip. That's how they talk to
Hey,
you. Trip, like all
yep,
the time. Okay.
even at work. Trip, what's up, Trip? Trip, Trip. Yeah,
Got it.
yep.
Where are you located, and what would you like to say about relationships today? Our
I am
sponsor.
in the lovely area of Ever Beach in Oahu, Hawaii. Um, I am here because I am in a marriage. Um, uh, yeah, and it's good. I know she's watching. It's good. I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay. All right. um, First off, before I go any further, I want, if you don't mind, I'd just like to say, Latasha Lux, she has been very supportive. And I would like to extend the olive branch by saying support her page. Like you said, she works out. She every day she's putting out something. She's dedicated, and she really gets it done. You can see it in her
Yes.
eyes. She has a goal. She has somewhere where she's trying to go. So I say, man, let's just keep cheering her on, man, because she's amazing.
Yes.
Um,
I love
Yes. It's
that.
on her YouTube page. She posts shorts every
yep,
day of her
yep.
workout.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yep, she's been amazing. Also, I want to thank you guys. I've had an uptick of love just coming just anonymously to my page ever since I brought that up. So I was kind of compelled to make something, just to kind of, let everybody know that it's definitely on the up and up. And um, yeah, I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. I still think about it, and it still blows my head. But at the same time, we got it, 50-year-old daddy. I'm saying that's what we're gonna do for a while. What I mean, I'm definitely good with that. Bloodline, that's right. Anyway,
It's a fact, man. You deserve it. And let's see, 50-year-old dad means you'll be like 75 by the time he or she is 25. You good.
yeah, I'll be going to his or her graduation at 68. So yeah, there's definitely gonna be a walker involved. There's no doubt about that.
A
And I'm pretty
walker?
sure. Yep.
No, you'll be fine. You still look good. You're gonna look good then. You'll be fine.
And I'm gonna make sure I have on my old earbud "Holding On" by New Edition because it was brought up and that was hilarious. That was hilarious, CT. Okay. Also, Cobra Tay, good to see you, man. I was about to, put an APB out, be like, where's Cobra Tay at, man? You know what I'm saying? So, what I mean? I was gonna stand in solidarity with you real quick and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're good, so, yeah, this is for Cobra Tay. Cobra Tay, this is
What
for you,
is
bro.
that?
Oh, that's that's the filter for the screen.
You was gonna make your screen a mess because his is a mess.
In solidarity with you, Cobra Tay, bro. Uh, we bros, man.
Solidarity.
That is ridiculous. We do need to take up a collection to get him another screen lens. That is
Oh
Man,
no.
hilarious.
Oh no! Keep it as is, man. I mean, I mean, when you see that, it's Cobra Tay. You
that's
know what I
You know
mean?
facts.
what's up to say? That's
You
funny.
know it. You know what I mean? It's gonna stick now, so don't ever
It
get
used
it
to be
fixed.
so clear. That's the wild part. His screen used to
Yeah,
be.
I don't know what happened.
I know what happened. It was clear until you started talking. Never mind.
Blink twice if you need help. Just kidding, Isaac says to you.
Oh no, she's not here right now. You know what I'm saying? She's at work being pregnant. So
At
At
work
work
being
being
pregnant.
pregnant.
Essel says that you look like if Dylan Brooks and Michael Strahan had a baby. I wish I knew what Dylan
um,
Brooks looked
I don't
like.
look at Dylan, bro.
I'm gonna say that's a halfway thank you because we all know Strahan looks like a Sasquatch. So
That was a nice
Okay.
that was a nice half compliment. Appreciate that. You know, what I mean, thank, thank you, thank you.
Do you
Man.
have anything to say about the relationships before we get out of here?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, as far as what you read from the brown chicks, um, the one girl, you know, what I mean, she's definitely in the wrong all the way. He told her what was happening and she stayed, right? So he blessed her with some good beefcake, you know what I'm saying? And she got greedy, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's just one thing, you know, and I'm just saying, you know, the reason why it's like that is because sometimes we do overperform. I just want to counter what CT said and said, there's nothing wrong with mid smash, okay? Mid smash means you're standard. You're not good, you're not bad, you know what I mean? If you're too good, she's crazy. If you're too bad, she's going to clown you. So standard
Okay.
smash is decent. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with a mid smash. Nothing wrong at all. You know what I mean? At least I'm there. You know I'm trying. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great point.
It's a great point if you're already in a committed relationship and you don't want to have to outperform every single time. But if you're just
No,
casually dating somebody and you've
I show
only given
more.
them mid and they don't
I
know
show
that you
more,
have a higher level,
but I'm showing more respect because I'm making sure that you don't lose your mind. You know what I'm saying?
oh
I don't
shoot.
I don't. You know what I mean? I don't need you popping up at my job and I never gave you the address. You know what I mean? That's you know what I mean.
Very
You
true.
know.
That's a good point.
I brought you lunch. I drove by. I saw you out here one day. I figured this is where he works at. So, no, no, no.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No,
That's
you know what I mean? And then, like I said, and then as you gradually go on, you just kind of step up better, better every time. That way, you don't never got to over commit to yourself. You can just gradually get better. And then she's going to think it's just with time that you're getting better. But you know that you was a smashing machine in the first place. You just know how to control it.
machine.
Stay woke. Stay
Y'all are
woke.
thinking.
All right, good job, Guy Trip.
Y'all are
I
thinking,
like
boy.
that.
Like your style.
Bye, Guy Trip.
All right. Love y'all guys.
Thank
Catch
you
y'all later.
again.
Love you,
Our
man.
sponsor for this week's episode, Guy Trip over in Oahu, Hawaii, with that good advice about mid D. I also call that boyfriend D or husband D because you don't want it to be too much where it's like, you know, hurting you and too much in your guts and you can't walk the next day. And you also don't want it to be boring to the fact that you're not satisfied. You just need it to be right, you know, right there in between. What's up, baby?
That's what you call husband D, huh?
Either or, yeah. You don't want somebody that's doing too much every time. It's like, what are you, a stripper? Why are you doing why are you hanging from the chandelier on a Wednesday? Calm down, sir.
In the episode.
What is the matter? You got any shows coming up?
No, I got nothing. I'm done.
I'll be doing a show called Papusas and Punchlines on Friday, June 20th. I did their show months ago, Love My Latina People, my Latinx people, and I'll be back there June 20th. I don't know about the rest of my shows because I'm just coming off of my birthday high, my Onyx screening high. Please watch Onyx and get ready for my next movie, January of 2026. Say bye to the people, baby.
Y'all take care.
Husband dick is good, baby. It's actually preferred. Okay, bye, you guys. I'll play the outro song as we get out of here. And I'll read some comments as we leave. Oh, my goodness, CT. You are cracking me up. Let me read these comments while this plays. Do-do-do-do.
Now marriage go round. It's Tanjareen and CT's marriage go round. Cause it's married things and things drop. Married things and things. The relationship podcast. Talking dating, marriage and romantic encounters. They don't always agree. Get the argument counter. On relationship means they'll dish. But guess what, y'all? They're monogamish. They're not like other couples, they're switching their flair. She gets on his nerves, but he ain't going nowhere. They come for the laughs, stay for the hair. It's Tanjareen and CT, the perfect pair. From the stage to the screen, they keep it tight. Married 5-14, that's right. Met in 2008, so the chemistry's real. Live streaming laughs, that's the deal. Marriage go round. Marriage go round. It's Tanjareen and CT, marriage go round. Talking dating, marriage and romantic encounters. They don't know.